everyone. I'm really happy to have with me today Dr. Garima, and she has secured an amazing rank 24 in INI-CET May 25. Awesome, Garima. This is superb.
थैंक यू सो मच मैम।
कैसा लग रहा है गरिमा?
मैम बस 2 दिन से इतना टेंशन हो रहा था, अब
आई कैन
एकदम
इमेजिन।
अब रिलैक्स्ड है कि ठीक है।
अब रिलैक्स, तो मैं कहने ही वाली थी कि गरिमा बहुत रिलैक्स लग भी रही है, विच इज हाउ इट शुड बी। इतनी रिलैक्स है कि अभी मुझे एक्साइटमेंट नहीं दिख रहा है ना गरिमा?
नहीं नहीं मैम, एक्साइटेड तो
Excited है, wonderful. नहीं नहीं, this is an amazing rank, Garima. You have done really really well, and we are so proud of you. And also thank you for making us a part of your journey, है ना? So
थैंक
Garima has been an online TND student with us. So Garima, पहले तो मुझे ये बताओ कि इस एग्जाम में how many questions did you attempt?
मैम आई अटेम्प्टेड 199 क्वेश्चंस।
Okay, and what is the number of correct questions, बचे?
आई गॉट 156 करेक्ट।
156 correct. That is great. बहुत अच्छी बात है. So now let give me some inputs, Garima. अगर मैं अब आपको बोलूँ recall करो पेपर कैसा था. So what would be first few things that come to your mind to describe the paper?
Initially when I gave paper I thought it was very easy, but
Okay.
because most of them were previous year topics, but then
Yes.
when I came and I saw the recall, then I saw many silly mistakes. I messed up that CA 125 question, and I was like, I have done very silly
कोई बात नहीं.
mistakes. I will not get it.
कोई बात नहीं. Everybody is in for the same thing, and अगर वो confusing options थे तो वो सबके लिए थे, है ना? So that is how it is, and you've done well, and we are really happy that you've come this far, है ना गरिमा? तो गरिमा, अब मुझे ये बताओ बच्चे कि जब हम प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हैं for INI-CET, right? Now you have given the exam also, you've got the rank also. What would you want to say is the most important thing in the preparation strategy?
Ma'am, I started my serious studies from second year of my college. That's
Okay.
why I was very thorough with the topics. In this paper, the questions seem to be from previous year topics, but the options were very confusing. So
Yes.
if you have read the topic thoroughly, only then you could attempt it.
एब्सोल्युटली. और
So
इसीलिए
it
हाँ
is
जी, हाँ
not
जी.
that you can study for 2-3 months from notes and then you can do it. If you have read properly throughout your MBBS, then only I think you are able to do it.
ग्रेट. एंड मुझे ये भी बताओ गरिमा कि व्हेन वी आर अटेम्प्टिंग दी पेपर, उस वक्त हमें क्या लग रहा था कि कौन से सब्जेक्ट्स जो थे उनका वेटेज ज्यादा था, किसका कम था, विच वर इजी वंस, विच वर अ लिटिल डिफिकल्ट इन द पेपर? व्हाट अबाउट दैट?
I found psychiatry, radio very easy, and their weightage was also very high in this paper.
So they were
And
scoring for you.
yes, and I found 3-4 questions from this obs gynae very confusing, like age
Hmm.
of and say 125. So between two options, I was confusing so many questions.
Hmm. Right.
But
And what about the first and the second year question subjects? उनका weightage कैसा था and how was the difficulty level?
I found anatomy, biochemistry easy. I was able
Okay.
to do their questions. In physio, I was confused between two options in some questions.
Okay.
And from the second year, I was able to do max questions from micro. Micro
Okay.
was not very confusing in this paper, but in some questions of path, I was confused between some options, and pharma was also not very hard in this paper.
Okay. Generally, जबकि वो फार्मा ज्यादा मुश्किल पूछते हैं, है ना? इस बारी आई थिंक फार्मा वाज नॉट about all the new drugs and about monoclonal antibodies and all those things. तो थोड़ा सा doable pharma आई है इस बार, है ना? Right. And what about PSM ENT ऑफ्थाल? इनका जो थर्ड ईयर सब्जेक्ट है इनका वेटेज कैसा था?
Ma'am, PSM too was very easy in this paper. It was very easy. I was not expecting that. And in PSM,
Okay.
I'm not very good, but I was able to do most of the questions in PSM. And OFTHA was also all one two questions of OFTHA were there that were confusing, but overall it was okay. And also in ENT, often ENT has had less weightage, and two three questions were there in which confusing options were there.
Right. And Garima, मुझे ये बताओ, now that we have seen the real paper and we have given the TNDs at DAMS, आपको लगता है TND में अच्छी तैयारी करी थी about PYTs, about the difficulty levels, how to approach, how to summarize?
Yes, ma'am. Tests help a lot. You are able to rule out between two options if you have done tests and if you have
Yes.
practiced questions, only then you can do it.
राइट एंड गरिमा मुझे ये भी बताओ आपने ग्रांड टेस्ट भी दिया आपने मुझे बताया सो यू नो इवेंचुअली जो नंबर ऑफ करेक्ट क्वेश्चंस ऑफ ग्रांड टेस्ट या सीबीटी में जो आप पहुंचे वर यू एबल टू रीच अप्रोक्सीमेटली द सेम नंबर ऑफ करेक्ट क्वेश्चंस
Yes, ma'am. I was able to do around 160 to 170 questions correct in
ओके
and in
ओके
this I got 156 correct. So it was like same.
अप्रोक्सीमेटली इन द सेम जोन ठीक है बहुत अच्छे अब मुझे ये भी बताओ गरिमा कि ग्रांड टेस्ट में व्हाट डिड यू डू टू इम्प्रूव योर स्कोर एज वेल
Ma'am, in grand test earlier, I used to skip those topics which were meant to be only matlab, remembered, like vectors and classes. And eventually, after my internship in April, I those topics that improved a lot. Because most of
ओके
those questions that you have to remember. So there are many topics that you have to just remember and the question will come down.
यस Absolutely. It's very important to find out what you don't know. And therefore, you know, once you write them down, once you identify कि मैं क्या गलत कर रही हूँ, write it, make a wrong diary, identify and work on them, तो उससे improvement होती चलती है. धीरे धीरे होती है, but it is definitely there, है ना? And also, you know, इस बार जब हमने देखा that PYTs, as you also mentioned कि पेपर में आए हैं, so you know the PYQ discussions are very very important, and that is why we did them close to the exam. Do you think those also sort of helped you?
Uh, uh, I in the last part of the preparation, I was mostly doing self study, but I watched that session for INI-CET on YouTube, and
Right.
there were many questions from that session only.
Marathon. Yes. ओके एंड अब मुझे ये भी बताओ कि गरिमा जब हम प्रेपरेशन शुरू करते हैं एंड टुवर्ड्स द एंड हाउ इज इट डिफरेंट मतलब हाउ डू यू थिंक हाउ इंटेंसिव वर यू इन द बिगनिंग आप कितना डिटेल्स में जा रहे थे एंड क्लोज टू द एग्जाम आपने कैसे उस टाइम को कम करते गए
Ma'am, I was studying seriously from second to final year, but I was not able to study during my internship part. Like
राइट
from July to this Feb, I was not able to study at all. Then
राइट
my ended and I came home. Then I resumed again. Then in the first reading, I took time. I took like 1.5 months to
ओके
revise the topics, but I was able to recall it because I had read them in my year-wise props also and gave tests before also. So I was
राइट
able to recall fast. And first revision, I took 1.5 months. Then
ओके
I wrote down topics that I easily forget or coming or the topics that come in exams. And then towards the end, I was used to study those topics, and the rest of the notebook, I was just shifting pages only. Ki I should see once everything.
Right. And what would you comment on बेटा टाइम मैनेजमेंट कुछ बच्चों को जैसे सेट ए में ज्यादा टाइम लगा was it an issue with you as well or you thought that the time was okay
In the first part, out of the four parts, I took a lot of time. I was not able
yeah
to revise questions. But I usually do that in my GTs also because in the first part I am not able to pick up my speed. Then
Mm.
eventually, second part it was very fine. I was able to do it in around 30 minutes. I got 10 minutes to revise also to check my answers also.
and मुझे ये भी बताओ how many questions did you keep for review did you keep a lot of them for review or नहीं
No, ma'am, I just kept in each section, I kept maximum 4 to 5 questions for review.
ओके, ओके, ग्रेट। एंड अब अगर मैं आपसे पूछूं गरिमा कि व्हाट वुड बी योर टॉप 3 एडवाइसेस फॉर समवन हु इज अपीयरिंग फॉर नवंबर INI-CET, व्हाट वुड यू से?
Firstly, that don't look for shortcuts. INI-CET
Yeah.
paper ask question
Yes,
very, you are not able to do it. You will always be confused between two options if you read it superficially.
I
And
agree.
second is give test properly and analyze the test. If you will
Hmm.
just give the test and then not analyze it, it will be of no use.
Yes,
And
agreed.
lastly, start making a list of topics that you don't personally remember. Don't take anyone else's list.
आई थिंक आपकी तीनों एडवाइसेस टॉप नॉच हैं। आई थिंक शी इज वेरी वेल सेड, सो आई एम गोइंग टू रिपीट देम बिकॉज दीज आर द की थिंग्स दैट शी सेड। नंबर वन, नो सुपरफिशियल वर्क। आई अग्री विद हर बिकॉज एनी सेट में दे आर आस्किंग बेसिक्स, कोर बेसिक्स अच्छे डेप्थ में आ रहा है, एंड शी इज सेइंग डोंट डू शॉर्टकट्स। एम आई राइट? वाज दैट योर फर्स्ट एडवाइस? ओके, द सेकंड, शी सेकंड एक बारी फिर से बताना बच्चे, बिकॉज आई थिंक ऑल थ्री एडवाइसेस आर वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट।
Ki ma'am give GTs and then review them also each
Yes.
question.
Yes, reviewing is very, very important. And then the third one was even more important. After reviewing, she said, please make a list of things that you don't remember. You don't have to use anyone else's list. Your wrong diary has to be very specific to you, ताकि आप उसे बार बार पढ़ पाओ और आगे आ पाओ। आई थिंक वेरी वेल सेड गरिमा। अब मुझे गरिमा ये बताओ, विच ब्रांच डू यू वांट टू परस्यू बेटा?
Ma'am, I want to pursue radio diagnosis, but I'm not very sure I will get it at this rank
Let's
also.
see, let's see. There are now so many institutes even in INICET, so maybe we'll get an option. Let us hope for the best. But yes, it's a good idea to have a backup plan as well कि second in line क्या हमें रखना है, so वो भी एक बार सोच लेते हैं, है ना? क्या
Ma'am,
सोचा है? हाँ जी, हाँ जी।
maybe dermatology.
Dermatology है. So great. I think you want to go towards relatively lighter branches. I'm sure you'll have some options for you, Garima. So here is wishing you a very, very bright future ahead, and heartiest congratulations once again, Garima. And thank you for making us a part of your journey. All the very best, bache.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, dear. God bless you.